welcome again to Irie Stomach. You're looking at one of the ingredients in our cabbage stew and our dandelion salad that we're going to make today. I harvest these green onions from the community garden. They were growing wild. And this is a dandelion that I've also harvested. And although we know that dandelions are a pesky weed for our garden and our lawns, they're very good for us if we eat them. Now, these flowers, dandelion flowers, we can make them in a tea and just drink it with some honey. And the properties that are in dandelions are absolutely amazing. They're good for your eyes, for your immune system, for your bones, for your internal organs, liver, kidneys, and so on. I'm showing you the roots now. You can also dry the roots and use them to make a tea as well, and also crush them and put them in your smoothies. You can use the leaves in a salad as well. And all of these parts of the dandelion can be used to consume, and they are very, very good for you. I'm going to be using the dandelion leaves to make a salad today with our cabbage stew. And just so that you know, whenever you harvest dandelion, make sure you're getting them from an area where there's no chemical treatments, no pesticides, herbicides, or fertilizers. So it's best to get them from somebody's garden that you know that they don't use those things, from the community garden, from an abandoned area where it's not being treated. Here I'm showing you the ingredients for the cabbage stew. So let's get started. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll now. Here are the two pots, one for the cabbage and one for the potatoes. Potatoes will take about 15 minutes, cabbage about 15-20 minutes. As you can see here now, I've got the 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and I've roasted the chopped garlic for about a minute, and I'm adding in now the green onions that I got from the garden. They look very pretty. And I'm also adding in the red onions, and these are going to saute for a good maybe 5 minutes. Here I'm also adding in half a teaspoon of salt, and let all of that simmer together before I add in my other ingredients, which will be the tomatoes. There's my coconut oil. So as you can see here, I've added in the tomatoes, and they're all simmering together. And I'm also going to add in the carrots later on. So it's been 8 minutes now, and things have been on low heat, and I'm adding in the jerk sauce here, a teaspoon of that. And then we're going to add in the veggie meat. We go. And we're gonna mix that in and let it simmer for a good 5 minutes before we add in the herbs, and during that time we'll add in carrots as well. So it's been 5 minutes, we've added in carrots and everything, and now we're adding in the fresh herbs. And we're gonna not add in the cilantro and the bay leaves. That will be towards the end. And like I said, we've added in the carrots, and they're gonna simmer together and cook. We don't want the carrots to be overcooked, so that's why they go in later on. So we're gonna simmer all of that together until the cabbage is ready, and also the potatoes are ready. So I'm just showing you the cilantro and the bay leaves that will stay till the end. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes, everything's been simmering, and of course I'm adding in my favorite thing, coconut amino. We'll put 2 tablespoons of that in there. Okay, as you can see, the cabbage is ready and it's been chopped up and it's ready to be added to the mixture. Yep, so we've got everything in there: carrots, veggie meat, herbs, vegetables, and of course the cabbage, all mixed in together. And now I'm going to add in the cilantro and the bay leaves. I'll mix that up and cover it and leave it on very, very low heat just to steam everything in together until we finished with the mashing the potatoes. So that's probably going to be like another 5 to 6 minutes. As soon as I finish mashing the potatoes, we'll be ready. Now let's get to the salad. So one thing to be sure of is that you wash the dandelion leaves very, very thoroughly to get rid of any dirt or any small insects that might have traveled with it. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how we prepare the dandelion leaves. So we're going to cut the stems off as close to where the leaves begin as possible. Now we don't want the stems because the stems are very bitter. The leaves are bitter too, but they're not as bitter as the stems are, trust me. So there you see I've cut them as close as I can to where the stems, the leaves begin. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hold it at the end and pull. Just put your hands on top and pull, and that way you get the leaves only and we can get rid of the stems. See, just pull. Hold it at the end and pull. Yep. So as you can see, I've added all the other ingredients, the bell peppers, cucumber, and the romaine lettuce, and I'm sprinkling here the radish on top. And then I'm going to mix them all together. As you can see, a little bit of the dandelion leaves are in there, mixing everything all together. And then we're going to add the chopped pecans. And then our vegan bacon crumble, we're going to add on top next. And then the hemp hearts we're going to sprinkle on top. And the dressing that we'll use for this will be the raspberry vinaigrette, which is slightly sweet, will off taste the slight bitterness from the dandelion leaves. So here we are, we're all ready. And I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know how things turn out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.